Jungle.
Good afternoon. On the national news this hour from BGI Television, my name is Morire Rabila Lawal. First, the headlines. Policewoman who detained man for 5 days without food, water, fined 5 million naira. 4 states' governors arrived Supreme Court ahead of judgments. Widows of soldiers killed in 1992 plane crash demand compensation. Bandit abduct Zamfara lecturer killed 9 in Katsina attack. Police arrest 4 suspected kidnappers of Bayelsa Beast women. On sports, Onachu replaced injured Sadiq Umar. The news in detail. Information reaching the Supreme Court has it that 4 governors have arrived at the Supreme Court preparatory to the commencement of the court proceedings for today. The governors are Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, Abba Yusuf of Kano State, Kelem Mutwang of Plateau State, and Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State. Also in court is the immediate past governor of Plateau State, Senator Simon Lalong. The court is expected to deliver judgment in governorship dispute in 8 states: Lagos, Plateau, Bauchi, Kano, Abia, Ebonyi, Zamfara, and Cross River states. The Uyo division of the High Court in Akwa Ibom State has ruled that Police Women Inspector Inyombong Umeren must pay a commercial tricycle operator Jeremiah Sunday Udo the sum of 5 million naira for his unlawful arrest and seizure of his tricycle. Udo claimed to have acquired a tricycle through a hire purchase deal amount to 1.9 million naira. The court heard that Inspector Omer detained the petitioner for 5 days without access to food and water. Justice Untong, presiding over the case, gave the orders on Thursday in response to an application for the enforcement of fundamental rights brought by the applicant Udo, a resident of Ikono, local government area of the state. The land justice also ruled that a false respondent, Mr. Udoka David, a friend of the tricycle rider, should pay an additional 5 million naira for instigating the police to arrest and detain Udo for 5 days without providing food and water. The Commissioner of Police, Akwa Ibom State Police Command, Mr. Olatoye Durosimi, who was joined in the suit as a third respondent, was excluded from the case, with the court advising him to ensure that officers and men carry out their duties within the bounds of the law. The Uyo division of the High Court in Akwa Ibom State has ruled that, I beg your pardon. Next story. Widows of military officers who died in the Achilles C-130 military jet that crashed in Lagos on December 26, 1992, have called on the Nigerian military and the federal government to pay them their late husband's entitlement. Information reported that the military transport plane crashed soon after takeoff from Lagos, killing all 163 people aboard. Many of those killed are believed to be middle-ranking Army, Navy, and Air Force officers attending the Staff College course in the north. The plane nosedived 3 minutes after takeoff into a swampy area, an official had said. They made the call during the distribution of palliatives to widows of deceased military officers in the South by the wife of the Chief of Defense Staff, Mrs. Ogogo Musa, at the headquarters of the 6th Division Nigeria Army, Port Harcourt. Speaking on behalf of the widows, Mrs. Folake Lasisi, wife of the late Navy Commander Lasisi, who died in the plane crash, said 31 years after the incident, the families of the victims have yet to get their entitlement. Mrs. Lasisi said most of the widows and children of the deceased officers had died and many of the children were not getting education support or sponsorship from the government. Bandits in the early hours of Wednesday kidnapped a senior lecturer of the Department of Islamic Studies, Federal University, Gusau, Zamfara State, Malam Bello Jangbako. Jangbako is also the director, Center for Research at Fogus, was kidnapped from his house in Damba, Gusau around 1:30 a.m. This was as bandits in Katsina State on Thursday morning killed 9 people and burned 5 houses in Kukurba Bangida village, Jibia, local government area of the state. Information learned that Nigeria is battling insecurity ranging from terrorism, banditry and killer herdsmen attacks, particularly in the north. The latest attacks came when the country has yet to recover from the grief of the Christmas Eve attacks on 15 Plateau State communities, where gunmen killed more than 150 people and razed about 221 houses, leaving over 10,000 residents displaced. And to the next story. Men of the Bauchi State Police Command have arrested 4 suspects allegedly involved in the kidnap of a 40-year-old businesswoman in the state. Confirming the arrest, the Commissioner of Police, Aloyunlu Idu, said the victim was abducted at Opolo community in the Yenagwa local government area on Tuesday evening. He said the 4 suspects included the wife of the alleged mastermind of the lady's abduction. Idu said investigation by the State Police Command showed that some of the kidnappers were among the criminals chased by the police in River State, who raided their hideout around the Ishokun area of the state last week. He claimed that the lady's kidnappers fired several gunshots before grabbing her away in their vehicle. He also linked the youth unrest in Biobolo Ekwe in the same Yenagwa LGA to the disorderly conduct of some suspects believed to be involved in the kidnap of the businesswoman. And to the next story. Uneasy camp pervaded one of the 4th generation banks in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State following the recovery of the lifeless body of one of the members of staff on the floor of the bank's toilets. The deceased, identified as Amarachi Ugochukwu, was said to have committed suicide. The suicide note and an empty can of insecticide she was suspected to have drunk were found on the floor of the toilet. The late Amarachi marketing staff, according to our colleagues, left our table at about noon on January 8, 2024 to ease herself. Our long absence was noticed after our phone, which she left on the table, repeatedly rang out without response. Out of curiosity, some of our colleagues were said to have searched for her within the premises. One of them who went to search for her in the toilet was said to have found it locked from inside. Apprehension set in when several knocks on the door were greeted with silence from within. When the door was forced open, she was found on the floor, motionless. A 2024 diary in which she wrote the suicide note, "Nothing is working in my life. My brain is clogged up. The economy is getting harder. My decisions are wrong. My mind is messed up. The future doesn't seem bright at all. I see extreme hardship, and I can't bear the pain anymore. I'm sorry." So she said to her parents. Detectives from the Lagos State Police Command have arrested 3 suspected members of a notorious secret cult gang that arises in the Ikorodu area and its environs. The suspect, described by police authorities as the number 1 to 3 men of the gang, were arrested on Wednesday with arms and ammunition. Lagos State Commissioner of Police CP Adegoke Fayoade will disclose these while meeting with crime reporters at the command headquarters in Ikeja. Said he has also set up a special squad to handle cases of cultism in the state. Fayoade also assured residents of Lagos State that one of his major agenda is to fight cultism, traffic robbery, and kidnapping, among other prominent cases in the state, adding that the mandate of special squad was to sniff out cult members from their hideout. He noted that the command is working to ensure that the economic activities and standard of living of the people are improved because a crime-free environment will make the state buoyant. Finally, sports. Another Super Eagles striker, Sadiq Umar, has been ruled out of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations and replaced by Paul Onuachu. This is coming after striker Victor Boniface was ruled out of the competition, which is scheduled to start tomorrow, January 13, in Ivory Coast. 26-year-old Umar picked up a knee injury in Nigeria's 2-friendly defeat to Sea Stars of Guinea on Monday. However, in Friday's statement posted on X by the officials of Super Eagles account, it was announced that Paul Onuachu will replace Sadiq Umar. Sadiq Umar is out of the competition. Onachu was out of AFCON 2019 finals in Egypt. However, due to injury, the 29-year-old missed the previous competition in Cameroon. Onachu, in 15 games for Trabzonspor this season, has 9 goals and 3 assists. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. 4 state governors arrived Supreme Court ahead of today's judgments. Policewoman who detained man for 5 days without food, water, fined 5 million naira. Widows of soldiers killed in 1992 plane crash demand compensation. Bandits abduct Zamfara lecturer, killed 19 in Castina attack. Police arrest 4 suspected kidnappers of Bayelsa businesswoman. On sport, Paul Onuachu replaces injured Sadiq Umar at AFCON. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI Television, Baba Bagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world. I am Moriri Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.